¿Qué onda, mi gente? It's your homegirl Psycho. I'm bringing you guys the Santa Muerte look. I hope you guys enjoy it. Alright, so I started off putting on my foundation. I used like a lighter color, and then I kind of mixed in a white cream paint. Put it all over my face and I set it, and then right here I'm going in and just tracing out everything that I want on my face. I kind of fucked up on my nose. If you have a big ass nose like I do, try to make it smaller. I mean, if that's what you're kind of going for, that's what I was going for, but at the moment, like, I wasn't really thinking. So just make it a little smaller. Like, don't make it go around your whole nose like that, like more towards the center, if that makes sense. And then I had to switch pencils out because the last one that I was using it wasn't good. So but you do want to trace it out, like draw it all out with like a light colored pencil. Right here I'm just doing the cheekbones, and then I'm gonna start sketching in the teeth.
Cuando me quedo en medio de la nada, tú eres lo único que me acompaña.
As you sketch in the teeth, make sure you put like those little divots that go like the darker sides, the sides of your tooth and the root. I would suggest you do use a lighter pencil to draw everything in though, because it just makes it a lot easier. If you mess up, you know, you could just take it off. Right here I'm connecting the last tooth to like the cheekbone area. And then you want to do the same thing at the bottom. So after I drew everything in, I filled it in with a brown water activated paint. You could use eyeshadows to do this look, but I think it's gonna take a little while for you to do. So I suggest you put like a base, like a brown cream paint down first, set it with the eyeshadow. I started drawing in the little details, all the little like divots, holes, I don't know, whatever you want to call them, little stuff on my face. I drew it on my forehead too, and on my chin. I don't know if you could see it on camera though, but I just kind of just sketched out like a quick, just little sketch of what I wanted on my face. So after I was done shading in the little areas that I wanted shaded, I started filling everything in with black. The teeth area, I kind of blended it in with my finger just so it wasn't so, like, I don't know, obvious. I do a lot of blending and like as I go, so it's kind of hard for me to explain, but hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing through the video.
Ando escribiendo lo que me pasó anoche cuando un carro se me acerca. Dice oríllate cabrón y que abre la puerta. Dijo que me
I forgot to say, before you start, until now I remember, cover up your eyebrows, because I felt like it was a little harder to work around them. I was just being fucking lazy and I didn't want to cover them up. After I do all this, I go in with the yellow water activated paint and with a fluffy brush. It's not like, I don't know how to explain the brush. It's kind of stiff, so it has kind of like a poke to it. But I sprayed it a little bit because the paint's water activated. And then I just spotted it on my face just to add more texture to it. You can do it with the yellow, add some white and brown just so it gives it more, like a more detailed look. After I did that, I went in with my foundation and I was trying to cover up like the little pieces of my eyebrows that were showing. And then I highlighted the middle of my forehead. And then I went in with like a smaller brush and I just started highlighting my face with the foundation. And then after I do all that, I set it. With the highlighting, you want to do it above every shadow, and some you could add underneath the shadow just so it gives more of an illusion that there's like texture there. You want to add highlights around your eyes, and you want to highlight your teeth too, and the top part of like around the like the jaw and your cheekbone area. I added some to like the sides where my temples are just to fix it because I did them kind of weird. I didn't like how they were looking, so I fixed that with the foundation. Para que no fracase, que sea chance, mente quebrada, que no me estanque entre la retada, miradas observo, creo que son esos cuerpos que crié hace tiempo, quieren dejarme tuerto, pero se la pelan, todavía no estoy muerto, más estoy agradecido por haberme bendecido con este don tan chido, para seguir haciendo un chingo de ruido, gracias a Dios por todo lo vivido y por no haber sido aquel chamaco consentido. A veces quisiera salir a corretear el tiempo, pero no puedo detenerlo. Ya mi pasado está bien enterrado aquí en mi pensamiento. Por eso nunca voy lento. No me pondré a llorar, pero tampoco a sonreír. Tú me verás, mas no sabrás mi forma de vivir. No sé qué pasará, pero al final me digo que me queda. Le sigo hasta donde se pueda. No sé pa' dónde voy, pero sé muy bien quién soy. Soy el mismo morro que decían que no tenía razón. El mismo que la escuela nunca la tomó de opción y que rompió la libreta de. So after I finished doing all that, I set it all with my airspun powder. And then I let it sit for a little bit and then I dust it off. I kind of tap it in more than I brush. I don't want to move anything that I just put down. And then after I take some cream paint and then I I do. I put it on my waterline. Just use gel eyeliner if you have any. I didn't have any, so I just used my cream paint. And then I'm putting that like on all the dark I'm filling in I'm filling in the areas that I want to fill in. So like the hollows of the cheekbone, the fucking temples, the eyes, and the nose. So after I fill everything in with the paint, I go in and I set it with a black eyeshadow. It's a lot of layering. At least that's just how I did it. I mean, I'm not a pro, so I don't know. Maybe there's an easier way to do it, but that's just how I was doing it. I started with the eyeshadow. I started to like shade in the areas, like the details on the face, and afterwards I went in with the white water activated paint and just started highlighting, adding adding more details to it. Fuck, I can't even talk right. No me estoy quejando ni tampoco estoy llorando, sino que está con madres la vida que yo he llevado. Experiencias bien grabadas en mi mente van quedando, errores cometidos que a la vez voy superando, obstáculos en mi camino que quieren tapar mi paso, pero como una metralleta pa' adelante voy tirando. Gentes falsas, amistades la hago para un lado, lo único que quieren que me quede yo estancado, pero dice el dicho, caminando vamos veando para no ser charco y no quedarse. With the details on the teeth, the highlighting on the teeth I should say, I didn't do like the whole tooth. I know it kind of looks like it, but it was just certain spots that I wanted to look a little like shinier, I guess if you could say. And then you're gonna see too that I didn't finish recording. I think I ran out of space. I don't even remember. But I added white cream paint to highlight towards the end as well, and I added more eyeshadow. Like I kind of just spotted it on just to add a lot more texture and like shading.
Por qué soy así, no puedo amar si no siento ni amor por mí. Tú no viste lo que yo vi, ni tampoco creciste donde yo crecí. Ni yo sé por qué soy así, no puedo amar si no siento ni amor por mí. Tú no viste lo que yo vi, ni tampoco creciste donde yo crecí. A veces yo prefiero estar solo o alejarme de todo, o el diablo duerme a mi lado. Por eso ni me acomodo, en mis sueños suyo del plomo. Por eso me despierto y a la ventana me asomo y me pregunto cómo muere alguien muerto en vida. Voy por la avenida, directo hacia el puente, me siento un poco suicida y estoy muerto en vida. Voy por la avenida, directo hacia el puente, me siento un poco suicida. Ni yo sé por qué soy así, no puedo amar si no siento ni amor por mí. Tú no viste lo que yo vi, ni tampoco creciste donde yo crecí. Ni yo sé por qué soy así, no puedo amar si no siento ni amor por mí. Tú no viste lo que yo vi, ni tampoco creciste donde yo crecí. Yo ya estuve así, a casi nada. Mi mente en gris recuerda que estaba accionada. No había nada, mi mirada se miraba. No pensaba dónde estaba, creo gritaba, pero nadie me escuchaba. Tengo razones por las cuales seguirme, no queda de otra sin nada más de simple. Así que no vaya a intentar perseguirme. Soy un pato que el peligro no mide. Eso pasa, mi mente se divide. Se cabra chingo gente que me estime. Ahí viene el tren, tengo que subirme. Se viene conmigo porque tengo que seguirle. Yo sé por qué soy así, no puedo amar si no siento ni amor por mí. Tú no viste lo que yo vi.
After I finished doing all that with the cream, with the fucking water activated paint, I started shading everything in with a brown eyeshadow and like a really small brush. That brush, I got it at Walmart. It wasn't one of those paintbrush packs that are like $10 or some shit. I found that little brush in there and I use it to do a little detail shading. And with the tapes, remember to do the shading at the bottom too. Add in all the other little details with the eyeshadow. Make sure it's like a dark brown with like a, I think it would work better with a brown, like a warm undertone.
Es el momento, hazlo o yo nunca vas a hacerlo. Para creer hay que verlo, analiza los recuerdos. Quién estuvo y quién se fue, nada más mucho no voltees. Malo ver hacia el pasado, solo supe ayer. Es imposible volver y pase lo que pase me quedo con la tinta y el papel.
I added a lot more shading, like around my forehead, just everywhere. I'm sad that I didn't get to record it, but I'm letting you guys know that I added a lot more shading. So yeah, just remember to add shading. If you don't want, like, kind of make it patchy, if that makes sense. Like, put a shadow and then blend it in with your hands.
Por eso escribo sin ser poeta y canto sin ser un músico.
Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And I'll catch you guys on my next video.